The second guideline, do not punish for an accident. If we were sitting around the table having dinner and my son would bump over the glass of water, that was an accident. So the first value I want to focus on is the value of taking responsibility. So, wow, I'm so sorry this has happened. Get something quickly so that we can dry this up and clean up, and let us help. I use the term us. I'm going to do the bare minimum, but I want him to understand that I'm with him on this. And afterwards, great, it was an accident. What can you do next time to prevent the accident? But you've cleaned up, taken responsibility. I'm proud of you. If that glass was bumped over after I've said move the glass because it's dangerous, then I have to punish now, because now it becomes disobedience. So that's a different approach. You still take responsibility, you still clean up, and I'm glad you're doing that, and I'm impressed with that. But we have to address disobedience now. The next guideline is just to say, please don't extend the period of being angry. Avoid those longer periods of being angry. Now, I've seen, especially with our younger ones, incidents have to be dealt with immediately. But with our older children, teenagers, sometimes I've seen the value of saying, listen, I need to address this. I cannot do it now, but I'll come back to you. Just think about it. We will talk about it later. Sometimes that time that they're waiting is good for them to think about the value of life sometimes. Do not get involved in a battle of wills. If you're not going to be strong enough or clever enough or smart enough to go into a battle of wills. So it's not when you go there, you can know that you're not talking about values now. So you get out of it by focusing on values or getting back to the main point. But get distance, get out of it. You're not going anywhere if you've landed up there. Please reject the deed, not the person. We do not say you are lazy, you are untidy. We say this. I would rather say this is not who you are. What you have shown us now is not who you are. Don't do that. We don't say you are, we rather say what you did. And we focus on that. It's like the father that said to his son, you're the devil's child. So his answer was, yes, Dad. Think about that one. Be consistent. What's wrong today is also wrong tomorrow. We've talked about that. Avoid excessive control or love, especially for our parents. Some of our parents love our children to death, literally. Please, they learn nothing if you do it for them. If they can do it themselves, please give them the opportunity to do that. Give rewards as soon as possible, immediately, and repeat it. Because that is how you enforce that value, by repeating that reward. And we are very comfortable to repeat punishment and focusing on wrong behavior. But sometimes we might feel, we have acknowledged good behavior yesterday. Why must I acknowledge the good behavior today? Yesterday, I'm so proud of you. You worked so neat. You did extra that we didn't even expect. Now tomorrow she's doing it again and you're not enforcing it because you think you've done it once. Remember what James Dobson said? You need to do it for every 3 or 4 times. You can only punish once. So let us focus on that. I think there's a difference between reward and bribe. And let us talk about that as well. I don't believe in bribing a child. Bribing is where the prize becomes the goal. If you do this, I will give you this. So do you want this bicycle? Then you need 80%. So the child will sit and think, do I really need that bicycle? Or he will start demanding, I don't want that bicycle, I want the more expensive one. And the price becomes the goal. That's bribing. This is not what we do in constructive education. We want to give a reward. A reward is acknowledgement for an achievement. It can be after the achievement, buying him an ice cream and say, that was great. you were consistent, you persevered, you practiced every day, and you did what your coach expected of you. You did not disappoint your team members, whatever. That is the reward. For many of our primary school kids, the reward is always, I will give you money for every goal that you try or that you score. And I'm thinking, what about the 5 team members that made that goal? Isn't it better to say, let us discuss how many goals that you set up and acknowledge that, because then you acknowledge teamwork and support and whatever. So the reward is just that recognition, that dopamine that gets activated in this boy's life because of my acknowledging the good behavior. That becomes the goal. If it's ice cream of just great, I saw, that is good enough. It's not determined by the price of the reward that you want to give. Discuss values often. We did discuss that don't let an opportunity go by without discussing the values. I think I want to say, try to catch your children doing something good so that you can link it to a value for them. Just a little bit of warning, never borrow strength from the outside. What I mean by that is, I'm going to phone your parents, or go to the principal and tell him what you did. The moment you do that, you say, I cannot handle this. You say that you're weak. And the moment you say you're weak, you also make the other person weak. And you break down that relationship. Try to deal with it. I understand that there might be circumstances where you say, listen, I think I need somebody with me. So would you mind if I bring this teacher in? Let us explain to that teacher. And that's not breaking down the relationship. But just sending them away and passing the buck will also send a message. And you will end up having no authority in that class at all.